Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to Esther's Song. So today I wanted to talk to you about a love letter for families, right? And I wanted to discuss what it means to be a family, right? Um, you know, family, we don't get to choose, right? We're born into, a family, whether, you have a mother, father, you're adopted, or, however you put that family together. Let me just go ahead and encourage you today that you can curate your own family. It does not have to be blood, because I talked to one of my family members today who was just really hurt because she was betrayed by a close member of our family. And those betrayals cut the deepest. You know what I mean? Like, life is hard enough. We're all going through, we're surviving a global pandemic. I just want to say how proud I am to each and every listener out there, that you're out there thriving and surviving. But family comes in different shapes and forms. And so you can choose your family. You can choose people who you associate with, who you give your time to, who you allow in your life. Because unfortunately, everyone who comes from your bloodline and your lineage and your heritage does not always have your best interest at heart. And that can be really hurtful. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lesson that I had to learn early on. Some members of my family, older members, and I guess you get, wiser and more patient when you get older, typically, right? So I was close with my grandparents, but my parents had me at fairly young. They were in their early 20s, and so we are not close, unfortunately, and that's not. I don't know. It's just it's a sore spot. I wish that my parents could have learned to affirm my humanity or treat me decently, give me the same respect that I saw them give their peers and other people, because children are very, they absorb everything. So even as a child, I was sensitive, but I understood, nonverbal communication. I understood what was going on around me, even if I couldn't express it, if I didn't have the language to at that time. As a child, your frontal lobe and your brain is still developing, so you don't know how to express everything that's going on around you. But psychologists, teaches us this, the theory of like nature versus nurture, and about children and their needs being met. So when if you have a baby and they cry, if the baby is not, if they don't have their needs attended to, they'll learn how to self-soothe, and they'll just like stop crying as a form of survival. And so being a child in a toxic and abusive environment, unfortunately, I have to speak the truth and say it like it is. I was learning survival techniques rather than being in an environment that allowed me to thrive. And so I want to say to all my listeners out there, I love you. And I hope that you can find people in your life that you call family, even if they're not attached directly to your bloodline. find encouragers, find people who will pray with you, find people who will, lift you up and affirm you when you're down, because life is so difficult. It's short as well, right? Like, I mean, the Bible says, our lives are but a blur, basically. It's so true. That old adage of, it says, the days are long, but the years are short. I look back on my life and I'm like, wow, like, where did the time go, And I mean, I'm not an old woman, Avi, but the years go by really quickly and I want them to count. And so I really encourage everyone out there to find your tribe, like find your people, find the people out there who will love you, that you can call, when you're hurting, when you feel betrayed, when you feel lost, or, people who are going to give you advice, love you and comfort you and lift you up. That's so important. It is so important to have people out there that are willing to go to bat for you, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Poetic Justice. In Maya Angelou, Janet Jackson was the star of that, her and Tupac Shakur, but she made a reference to Maya Angelou's poems, basically saying, nobody can make it out here alone. And it's true. And, we're supposed to be interconnected. And we are, as humans, as a species. We are all dependent upon one another. The unfortunate thing about what I've learned during this pandemic is, the United States of America is far more individualistic than a lot of other countries. A lot of other countries, value collectivism, and they value, communities more so than ours. Everyone wants to be, like the, individualist, person who like makes it on their own and blah, blah, blah. No man is self-made. No person is self-made. And so, we need people, and unfortunately we can't be around a lot of people because of COVID-19. But I will say that I'm so grateful for this channel, that I can connect with all of you, to, spread encouragement and love and joy over the internet. I just want to let you know that, your family is who you make it how to be, whether you found a loving spouse, you guys had beautiful children together through, biological terms or adoption, just building and growing that family. It's a beautiful thing, leaving that legacy behind. That's truly a beautiful, wonderful thing. And people who are suffering and, kind of going through it with their spouse, I just want to give you guys encouragement and let you know that, it's not the end all be all. You guys can definitely come together again through counseling. We all, as human beings, have the ability to learn and grow and pivot and change and course correct, right? So that's one of the great things about being alive during this time. We're in an age of information, overload, or information highway. We have access to Google and YouTube and, all these wonderful resources. And so I encourage everyone out there to love those who love you, value those who value you. But you also want to add value to, people's lives, right? You definitely don't want to just be selfish and, think it's all about you. No. But you want a love that is reciprocated. You want a respect that is reciprocated. Unrequited love is so passé. And it's damaging. It really is. You want to be around people who love and respect you and nurture you And if you don't have people like that in your life, pray and ask the Lord to send those people to you, and believe that He will. And I'm praying with you, brothers and sisters, for my curated family as well. My biological family, some members are really helpful and loving, but others aren't. And the ones who aren't, they're in so much pain. I often ask myself, what level of pain does a person have to be in to project, hatred and vitriol to their own flesh and blood? And I pray for them, and I give them to the Lord and let them go. And I have to set up boundaries to protect myself and my own mental health and self-care. But I definitely, wish them well. I wish them love and blessings and peace and tranquility, from my own place of, where I'm at peace. So protect yourselves, brothers and sisters. Be around people who love you and affirm you, and create your own family. Create a place where people can, send you love and joy, no matter what age, race, whatever demographic, right, gender. We're all precious in His sight. We're all children of the Lord. And family is what you make it, and it's who you create and bring into your life. So I consider you guys a part of my family. I know this, like I said, I know this channel is fairly new, but I definitely look forward to hearing, your feedback. And I just want to continue to send encouragement and love, and let you know that you're my family, and I love you. Take care of yourselves, my loves, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.